Do you know that a stock can be very cheap in price but very, very expensive when it comes to paper? Let me explain. You see, one of the things a lot of people don't really consider is before you pick a stock, you don't have to pick it based on the price. Unfortunately, that is one of the deadly mistakes a lot of beginner investors are making. So in today's video, I want us to look at this. And for us to ask ourselves, whenever we are coming to buy any stock, what should we use to actually pick a stock, or how should we pick a stock? So if you really want to print money in the stock market and become the millionaire that you want to become, then you must pay attention to this particular video. So next time when you are coming to buy any stock, I want you to ask yourself, this stock I'm coming to buy, is it cheap? Is it fair? Or is it very expensive? It's just like you going to the market to buy shoe or a pair of sandals, right? Once you are going, you already have the idea of the sandals you are coming to buy. But you have to also know if this particular sandals you are coming to buy is very expensive or is very cheap, or that is the fair price of the sandals, right? Because at the end of the day, when you get there, if they mention a certain price, then you don't really have that money, meaning you will not be able to actually afford, or you can actually buy it but later you regret, right? And in the same way, if you buy it cheap, you actually like it, or maybe it will be like you've gotten it at a discount, right? And also if you buy it at the market price, already that is how it is. So in today's video, we are going to look at what is PE ratio, or price per earning ratio, and also how to calculate it, how to use this particular PE ratio to actually select stocks in the same industry, either like one or two or maybe multiple stocks, right? And also how to use this particular PE ratio to actually know whether a company is actually overvalued, undervalued, or fair valued. So this is going to be an insightful video. You have to stick through from the beginning to the end in order to get the right idea, so that next time when you are coming to pick a stock, you don't pick or you don't choose any stock blindly. My name is Hamdaway. If you are new here, kindly consider to subscribe, and also don't forget to hit on the like button so that we'll get into it. So first look at the PE ratio. So PE ratio is also called price per earning ratio, and price per earning ratio simple means how much are you willing to pay for every 1 cedis earned or every $1 earned in a company, right? So you are an investor and you are investing your money into a company. You must ask yourself, if I'm able to invest this amount of money, how much will I make in return at the end of the day? That is simply PE ratio. So let's take it like this. A company can have a PE ratio of 10, meaning if you are coming to invest in the company, you are paying 10 times the earnings of that particular company, and that is just a simple definition of PE ratio. And it's the same thing when it comes to dollars. If a company is having a PE ratio of $10, if you are coming to invest in that particular company, meaning you are paying 10 times of the $1 earned from that particular company, right? We'll further look at how you can actually use this particular PE ratio to actually select between one or two companies and the rest, and also how to use it to value a company. But it's very important for you to also know how to calculate PE ratio. You see, when it comes to calculating PE ratio, it's very simple. If you look at every company, at the end of the year, they make a certain thing we call net profit. Net profit is where we ascertain the PE ratio from. If you look at the net profit, if you want to get your PE ratio, the first thing you have to do is for you to actually divide that particular net profit by the outstanding share of the company to get first thing we call the earning per share, right? And earning per share simple means how much are you earning on every share that you are holding with the company. So now if you have your earning per share, the next thing for you to do is actually to take the share price and divide it by the earning per share of the company, as simple as ABCD. If you are done calculating the price per earning ratio, the next thing for you to now do is for you to use it to pick the stock that you want to pick. But mind you, if you realize that it's very difficult for you to actually calculate this, or it's difficult for you to get this, there are some very simple ways in which you can actually know the price per earning ratio. You see, most of these particular stock tracking websites, they usually calculate automatically the price per earning ratio of every stocks. If you are living in Ghana, where you are using the Ghana Stock Exchange market, there are websites and also there are apps that you can use to know the price per earning ratio. If you are in the US or invest in the US Stock Exchange, you can actually use a lot of platforms to actually know the price per earning ratio. And also officially, in the Ghana Stock Exchange website, if you want to know the price per earning ratio, what you have to do is for you to just go to the company or go to the website and go to the company's profile, right? When you go to the company profile, you realize that they bring all the companies, and with it, you'll be able to see the earning per share, and also you'll be able to see the price per earning ratio. Mind you, if you are in Ghana then you want to use any stock tracker to know the price per earning ratio, you can actually use Simple Wall ST, you can actually use Asidan, you can use Wallflix, you can use kawisi.org, that is Africa, so you can use African Financials, you can use stockanalysis.com. The websites are many. Just choose one and go to the company profile. You'll be able to see that. And also, if you invest in the US, you can use Yahoo Finance, you can use Robinhood, you can use Vanguard. Any of these things, you can also use it to know the company profile. So now let's assume that you can now calculate the price per earning ratio, or you can use any of these websites to know the price per earning ratio of any company. The next thing for us to do is for us to now use this particular information that we've gotten to actually select a stock using this particular valuation model, right? So what you have to do is that anytime that you are coming to pick a stock, the only thing you can actually do is for you to use this particular model to pick a stock in the same industry. So let's say you are coming to choose stocks in the banking sector. One of the things you can actually do is for you to highlight all the banking sectors stocks that are listed, right? So let's say in Ghana Stock Exchange, we have EcoBank, we have Car Bank, we have GCB, we have EcoBank Transnational Incorporation, we have Republic Bank. There are many, right? So if you want to choose just one stock or two stocks using these particular valuation models, what you have to do is for you to actually go through all these particular companies to know their price per earning ratio. And the company with the lowest price per earning ratio is the one that you have to choose. So let's say you are going to choose 3 companies or 4 companies, right, out of the 11 banking stocks that are listed in the Ghana Stock Exchange. Then you must pay attention to the ones with the lower price per earning ratio. Because what it means is that a company with a lower price per earning ratio, meaning you'll be able to actually recover your money within a short period than a company with a high price per earning ratio. So let's assume that you had a company, then the price per earning ratio is just 2 Ghana cedis, right? Meaning with 2 Ghana cedis, you are just paying 2 times the earning of the company. But if you go and pick a stock where the price per earning ratio is 20 Ghana cedis, meaning you are paying 20 times the earning of that particular company, right? And when it comes to selecting, you have to choose the one with the lower price per earning ratio. Within some 2 years or within some couple of years, you'll be able to actually get your money back as soon as possible, unlike investing in a company where their price per earning ratio is very high. We also look at that when it comes to using the price per earning ratio to value a company, right? If a company is overvalued, undervalued, or fairly valued. But now let's continue. So let's say we are going to pick a stock in the banking sector. That is, we just want one stock to pick in the banking sector. You have to actually compare this particular price per earning ratio to each other's. So let's assume that we are going to compare just 2 companies and know which of these companies should we use our money to invest in, right? So what you have to do is let's go for Car Bank and also let's go for GCB Bank, right? So let's go to our screen and I'll show you something. So let's assume that you are using africankawisi.org to actually view the company profile. So if you come, this is how the company profile will look like. So this company is actually Car Bank, and currently Car Bank is trading at 0.82 pesos. And like I said, if you want to know the price per earning ratio, just divide the price of the company by that of the earning per share of the company. So here the earning per share of the company is 0.10. So if you divide it, you'll be able to get your price per earning ratio. So if you look at that of Car Bank price per earning ratio per that information we are getting from Kawisi, you'll be able to get 8 cedis 13 pesos, meaning for every dollar or every 1 Ghana cedis earned from Car Bank, we are going to pay 8 cedis for that particular earning. So Car Bank here, the price per earning is actually 8.13. Their dividend per share, everything that you want to know about the company will be there. Their outstanding share, 4.23 billion outstanding shares. This is their market capitalization. Every website, most websites, they have this particular information, especially the stock trackers. Now let's go to GCB Bank and also do our comparison. So if you come to GCB Bank, this is actually Ghana Commercial Bank, which is one of the oldest commercial banks in Ghana, right? And also if you look at it, let's go to their financials. If you come to look at their ratios, their earning per share, or let's say they are currently trading at 36 Ghana cedis, and also their earning per share is 8.76 Ghana cedis. Meaning if you divide that, you'll be able to actually get that of your price per earning ratio, right? And the price per earning ratio of GCB currently is 4 cedis 11 pesos. And what that means is that for every 1 cedis earned from that of GCB Bank, you are going to pay 4 times that particular earnings in order to get that. So now we are going to use this particular two profiles from these particular two companies to select which of this company should we invest in, or which of this should we throw our money in. And at the end of the day, we'll actually know which of these we should actually look in for. So if you are looking at GCB price per earning ratio is 4 cedis 11 pesos. Let's just take it like 4. They are having a price per earning ratio of 4, right, in a round number. And like I said, if you want to choose, you have to choose the one with the lower price per earning ratio, and GCB here has 4. And also if you look at Carbank here, Carbank is having 8, meaning Carbank is 2 times that of GCB. So if you want to pick a stock here, by using the price or PE ratio, meaning you have to choose that of GCB, because GCB price per earning ratio is very low. And also if you look at their numbers, if you look at their market capitalization, it's huge, of course, and sometimes you have to prioritize this. If you look at their outstanding shares, 265 million against 4.2 billion, that is crazy. They are also having a dividend per share of 1 cedis. If you invest in GCB every year, this is the required, or this is what you'll be expecting, 1 cedis or even more as time goes on. Maybe their ratio can actually increase. So if you look at this, the statistics is showing us that GCB should be our ultimate pick when it comes to the bank we should actually invest in, using this particular price per earning ratio. You can actually use it to compare with different banks or different stocks in the banking sector. And mind you, like I said, this particular model is only used to pick stocks in the same industry. You cannot really use GCB to go and compare to that of MTN. You cannot use GCB to go and compare with that of Unilever. It doesn't really work like that. What you can actually use financial ratios to do is for you to actually use what you have in that particular industry and compare it against that of the next or the same company in the same industry, right? Or better still, you can actually, or what you can also do is for you to actually take the company and compare it to their previous year's price per earning ratio to know whether it has actually improved or it has declined, right? This is the right way to make the right decision. And the next thing for us to also do when it comes to using price per earning ratio is for us to know if a company is overvalued, undervalued, or fairly valued, right? And how we have to know using this particular price per earning ratio is that every industry has their standards, right? Most industries, they ranges from that of 1 to that of 10 as undervalued. So let's say you are going to invest in the same banking sector, then you want to use this particular same valuation model to choose or to know if a company is overvalued, undervalued, or fairly valued, right? You can actually go to that of, let's say right now, if you don't really want to do the research, you don't want to go to all these websites to know the industry standards, one thing you can actually do is for you to quickly go to that of ChatGTP, right? If you go to ChatGTP, just ask ChatGTP what is the industry standards of the banking sector, right? So let's take it through. This is our ChatGTP. So we'll just ask it what is the industry standard for banking sector in Ghana using PE ratio. Then we'll click on enter, then wait, and ChatGTP will give us the industry standard. So this is the industry standard. So ChatGTP is telling us that if you are looking at valuation models from 5 to that of 8 is generally considered as value territory for Ghanaian banks, right? And if you look at 8 to that of 12, meaning it's fairly valued, right? It ranges from most established bank. And also if you look at 12 to that of 15, meaning it's premium valued, right? And above 15 is very expensive. So what you have to do is that if a price per earning ratio of a value is below 5, like ChatGTP is telling us, meaning it's undervalued. So what you have to do, if a company is having a price per earning ratio below 5 times the earning of the company, meaning it's just undervalued, right? So in our case here, meaning GCB Bank is actually undervalued. But if you look at what ChatGTP is also telling us is that from 5 to that of 8, meaning it's generally considered as value territory. It's not that fairly valued, and also it's not undervalued, right? It's just between the value territory. So in the case of Carbank, meaning Carbank is within this particular range, because Carbank value price per earning ratio was actually 8, right? And also if you look at price per earning, which is from 8 to that of 12, and ChatGPT is telling us is fairly valued, meaning from that of 8 to that of 12 and also downwards. So from anything from below 12 is actually safe for you to actually buy, right? It's actually safe for you to go into the company, right, using the price per earning ratio. So what that means is that if you get a stock which is undervalued, meaning the stock is very cheap, you can actually buy it. And like I said, if you are buying stock based on the price of the company, meaning you are just losing out. So if I were to use this particular model to actually choose which company is very cheap, GCB is very cheap, even though the price of GCB is actually 36 Ghana cedis, but the price of Carbank is just 0.82 pesos. The price of GCB is very higher than that of the Carbank. But if you look at the paper value, GCB is actually cheap based on the price per earning ratio than Carbank. So that is the most important thing for you to know when it comes to price per earning ratio. And like I said, anything that is below the 12, like ChatGPT is suggesting or is giving us the industry range, it actually means is something that you can still go into. So if you look at Carbank is fairly valued, meaning that is the price Carbank is actually supposed to be trading around, right? Meaning you can actually go into it. But there are some companies in the Ghana Stock Exchange where the price per earning is very higher than that of 12 cedis. So let's take a look at, let's say, another bank in the banking sector. So let's look at another bank in the banking sector. So let's look at the Society General profile. If you look at Society General, which is also one of the banks in the banking sector in Ghana, for every 1 cedis earned from Society General, you have to pay 23 times. The price per earning ratio is actually 23.29 pesos. And if you come back to that of the industry standards, meaning Society General is overvalued, right? Currently as it stands, Society General is overvalued. Their earning per share is actually very low, and also if you look at their net profit, it's also very low, and that is contribute to this particular price per earning ratio. So this is one of the most important things for you to know when it comes to picking stocks, especially if you want to go long term. If you want to make a lot of money and print a lot of money for yourself in the stock market, then you must pay attention to the valuation models. And there are many other valuation models you can use when it comes to picking stocks. You can actually use the price per to book ratio. You can also use the dividend ratio or the dividend yield. You can also use that of the discounted cash flow and many other valuation models when it comes to picking stocks. The most important thing I want you to get from this particular video is that if you want to buy stock, don't buy stock based on its price, but buy stock based on the financial ratios rather than investing in companies based on its price. If you really enjoyed this video and also you've learned from the beginning to the end, let me know in the comment section. Or if you have any other question, kindly put it in the comments, whether the price per earning or any other thing concerning the stock market, right? I'll be having an organized class that will be on investing. If you want to join, I'll leave the link in the description. Just click on the link, then we'll meet in class, and also see you in the next video.